What's up, folks? It's Nate here at Two Wheel Dyno Works, and today I am back on our dyno with our CRF450RL, and at long last, we have dropped in the R model cam into our bike. We've already covered in depth and built tuning for just about every exhaust and intake combination imaginable on these bikes. So now that we are all done with that, it was finally time to try the one internal engine modification we've wanted to do for quite a while. And that was dropping in one of the 450R cam kits that are available for these bikes. Now, those of you that are already familiar with this modification on the RLs already know that it's just a little bit more complicated than dropping in one of the RX cams. So, we went ahead and purchased the kit from San Diego Powerhouse because they have a cam kit which is based off the RX cam for these bikes that includes all the springs and retainers and gaskets and the finger followers and everything else you need to do this conversion. And it works incredibly well. The only caveat I do have with their kit is that on their website it does specify that you have to run a Vortex ECU with their tuning in place. And that is obviously now not the case. The entire reason we did this was to go ahead and build mapping for the OEM ECUs for the CRF450Ls and RLs with this kit installed. And they also have a note there on their website that says you will get at least 25% more horsepower and 20% more torque. We're actually way beyond that when you compare these bikes in 100% bone stock trim to the way that it sits behind me now. So without further ado, let's dive right into this by starting off with where this thing rolled out of the showroom floor in terms of power and torque compared to where it sits now. So let's start this comparison off here with these three graphs. The green line there is this bike in 100% bone stock trim once we are done breaking it in on the dyno. It made 37.75 horsepower and 27.37 pound-feet of torque to the tire on pump gas. With no physical changes made to the bike whatsoever, you get the red lines. That's just with our custom tuning in place for the still 100% stock bike. Power comes up to about 39.86, so just under 40 ponies, and 28.25 pound-feet of torque, again, to the tire on just regular pump gas. And then the blue line there is a good example of what is capable, or what these bikes are capable of, with some simple bolt-on modifications in our custom ECU mapping to match that specific setup. For this example, the blue lines there are the full Yoshimura exhaust, one of the twin air filter kits, or just removing the backfire screen from your stock filter and pulling that airbox lid off. Power is about 44 horses to the tire and 31.1 pound-feet of torque. Again, still just on standard premium pump gas. So peak output of 44 and 31 for horsepower and torque are the numbers to beat. And here's what happened when we installed that San Diego Powerhouse cam kit and then went ahead and developed our custom tuning for the new airflow characteristics of that kit with this specific intake and exhaust setup. Peak power is now 49.9 horses, so effectively 50 horsepower, and 32.25 pound-feet of torque. The orange lines there are exactly as the bike sits behind me right now. And there is absolutely nothing but enormous gains everywhere after 6,000 RPM compared to the stock cam while still having that Yoshimura exhaust and the twin air kit installed. So again, that orange line for both power and torque carries away everywhere above 6,000 RPM. Now, with cams, you don't get everything for nothing. You always lose somewhere. And this does actually flow a little bit less air below about 5,000 RPM. And you can see that in the power and the torque curves there, where those orange lines are obviously just lower than the blue ones. But honestly, I could not care less, because the top-end performance improvements are absolutely insane, and the peak number improvements absolutely do not tell the whole story. I'm actually going to go ahead and clean that graph up just a little bit here and remove a run or so, just to make this a little bit easier to read so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So what we've got here right now for comparison is the bike in 100% stock trim. Stock intake, stock exhaust, stock tuning, stock everything. That's the green lines. Blue is with just the bolt-on modifications and our tuning for them. So the full Yosh, either the twin air kit or just yanking the backfire screen off and yanking the airbox lid off with our tuning. And then the orange line is with the cams with the exact same intake and exhaust and our tuning optimized now for the airflow that this cam kit provides. And as you can see out there at about 8,600 RPM, where the largest gains are present, we've gained about 6 horsepower and about 4 pound-feet of torque, which is a 15% improvement, so a little bit less than they actually claim there on their website. However, if we compare the bike as it sits now to how it was when it rolled off the showroom floor, we've gained 14.5 horsepower and about 9 pound-feet of torque, which is a over 40% improvement from stock. And I can tell you, after having rode this thing around here for quite a while after I just finished the tuning on the dyno to make sure that all the part throttle stuff is all smoothed out and optimized, and obviously data log to go ahead and accurately dial all that in here in the real world, the thing fucking rips. It is dramatically faster than it ever was with any of the prior bolt-on combinations we've shown you previously. I mean, shockingly faster. And that more aggressive cam actually has kind of the oddly added benefit of even further softening that initial throttle input down low, because it simply flows less air down there. So at low speed and low RPM, it's got even better throttle manners than it ever did previously. But up top, it's just on a completely different planet now. Like I showed you previously, it does literally just flow less air down there. So that just has the added benefit of feeling even softer than it ever did before. And it shows that all things are the same on the dyno here between about 5,000 and 6,000 RPM. But I can tell you from riding the thing, you do feel a slight difference. And then after 6,500, it's just a completely different machine. This massively flatter torque curve here makes the thing feel so much more responsive anywhere above 6,000 RPM. I really can't even feel like I'm doing this improvement justice by showing you this dyno graph here or talking about it, because it feels so much more transformative than this graph would really lead you to believe. And this is already insanely impressive looking. And honestly, this is really the best part. You don't even have to take my word for it. You can do this modification for yourself if you're, I would say, a 5 out of 10 mechanically inclined when it comes to working on a dirt bike. Pulling the head and doing this work is not overly complicated. Maybe a 6 out of 10. But again, it's a relatively straightforward upgrade on these bikes, and the guys over at San Diego Powerhouse made this stupidly simple. I went on their website, I paid the $800, hit go, and it shipped out in just a few days. They have that disclaimer there on their website. It might take at least 10 days to go ahead and ship. It shipped out in like 3 days. And as soon as I'm done filming and posting this video for you guys, the very next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and start swapping out exhaust systems to go ahead and build fuel mapping for each different pipe with this cam kit installed. So no matter what bolt-on modifications you've done to the bike, if you want to swap out that cam kit, we've absolutely got you covered. And for those of you that already have our custom ECU mapping flash into your 450RL's ECU, please do remember that we always offer free ECU mapping updates to all of our customers for any future upgrades. So if you decide to go ahead and do this, and you want to go ahead and send us back the ECU to get the fueling updated and the ignition timing updated and everything else that goes into doing the tuning for this kit, it's going to cost you nothing from us. You're just paying for shipping. But you absolutely do need to have the ECU mapping updated if you've just got bolt-ons like the red lines show here versus having that cam kit installed. Because obviously you do not get massive airflow improvements and therefore power improvements like that without having the appropriate fuel mapping in place. Again, it's moving less air down there and way more up there. So the whole fueling table gets real slanted and it absolutely needs to be adjusted. And there's also some really significant ignition timing advance adjustments that really should be made when you do this cam swap, because obviously now the power is being built in completely different portions of the rev range, so the prior timing curves are really not optimized anymore for this new power delivery. But I'm not going to dive into those specifics too much, because honestly, that stuff's harder to figure out than fuel mapping for most folks, and I'm not interested in educating other tuners out there on the market that offer tuning for these bikes, or may want to offer tuning for this setup in the future with the stock ECU. Now, the last thing I want to mention here before I wrap up this video is really the cost of doing all of this. Because a lot of times when folks see those enormous improvements, you start talking about internal engine modifications, they usually get spooked by the cost. But if we really step back and take a look at what we've spent here to go ahead and accomplish these enormous improvements, it's really not that much. You're talking about $1,000 for a decent pipe like the full Yosh I've got here. You're talking about nothing for the airbox mods, because again, you're just pulling the lid off, and you can buy a twin air filter if you want to, or you can just pull the backfire screen off the stock filter. It does the same thing. And then about $800 for the cam kit. And then you've got our tuning. All in, you're really only talking about a little over $2,000 for absolutely enormous transformative improvements. In fact, there's really not many other platforms where $2,000 can take you from stock output like this to output like that. And that huge performance for your dollar's value is actually why I've had so much fun developing our tuning for these bikes, because the improvements are enormous and it just really doesn't cost that much, respectively. Now, that is all I've got for you here today, folks. With this final engine modification, that really actually does wrap up everything we had planned in terms of development for these bikes. Like I said, I will go through and develop the fueling needs or the fuel mapping, I should say, for the different exhaust systems that you can pair with this cam kit, so like the Graves and the FMFs and the X header with different slip-ons and all that stuff. But I'm probably not going to go ahead and make separate videos for all that, because honestly, I'm busy. I flash a ton of ECUs every day, specifically for these bikes now, and hundreds every week with my team here at Tool Dyno Works, and I really just don't have the time to go through all of that. And as I've shown you in our prior videos now, all of these aftermarket pipes really do all flow within just a couple horsepower of each other, as long as the fueling's properly optimized for them. So I'll leave you with this. If you want to get our custom ECU mapping flashed into your CRF450RL's ECU, I can guarantee, after having wrapped up this testing and tuning development, that you simply will not find higher quality, more refined, or more accurate intake and exhaust specific tuning for your bike anywhere else than right here at Tool Dyno Works. Simply head over to tooldynoworks.com, purchase our mail and ECU flashing service, follow the instructions there on our site, and ship it out to us, and we'll get it flashed and shipped right back to you the very same day we receive it. Now, as always, if you have any questions whatsoever about intake mods, exhaust systems, this cam kit, tuning, whatever it is for these CRF450RLs or the L models, do not hesitate to email us at support@ToolDynoWorks. I'm still the guy that personally answers any and all tech support questions every single day we're open here at the shop, and both myself and all of my staff are always truly happy to help.